I've been asked a lot of questions about getting divorced, and sometimes finding answers is really hard, but I want to tell you the thing that maybe made the biggest difference in my decision to end my marriage. I mean, there were a lot of factors, but the biggest thing, like, at the end of the day, this is how I knew thing, was I imagined, and let me just preface, sorry, I know this is very ADHD all over the place, but let me just preface this by saying one of the things that I do as a parent, or when I had kids, what I decided was that I was going to do everything I possibly could to make decisions that I would want my children to make. If I try to talk to myself the way that I would want my child to talk to themselves. I try to make decisions that I would want them to copy. When I'm trying to make decisions, sometimes I think, what would I want them to do? And then I try to do that thing because I can only tell them so much, right? Like, they're going to learn from what I do more than what I say. So when I went, oh my God, the pain, the chaos, the trauma that it's going to cause to my kids to get divorced, I was like, I can't, I'll just stay. And then I thought, if my daughter came to me and told me, this is what's happening, this is what has happened, this is where I am, what would I hope that she would do? And I was like, I mean, I'm not someone that jumps to divorce, right? But I would absolutely say, run, leave, get out. I will help you however I can. So there are a lot of other reasons, but you don't need any more than that. That was it.
If a man and wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same statistical chance as children raised by just their father. Girls with no fathers in the home have lower self-esteem. No father families more likely to be victims of abuse, especially with single mothers. Children with high BMI more often come from fatherless homes. Here's something: fathers have the fittest children. That was really interesting to me. The more opportunities a child has to interact with biological father, the less likely they are to commit a crime or have contact with the juvenile justice system. Okay, another way to say that is men and women who are incarcerated, the population of the prisons mostly encompass fatherless homes.
I think the only women who get lucky are the women who are raised by two parents who have good fathers who protected them when they were younger, and they're not as jaded as women who did not have a father growing up and were not protected, because you grow up in two different ways. So when you're sheltered and protected by your father, you're more feminine, you believe more in love, and now you're looking for a man who's similar to your dad. If you didn't have a dad, you're not looking for anything that's similar to you. You don't even know what the fuck you're looking for. You don't even know what you're supposed to be looking for because nobody told you. But when you have a good dad who works and is good to your mom and all this stuff, then you have an example of, oh, this guy's garbage. Why is he asking me to pay half the bill at fucking dinner?
For anyone that has daddy issues, do you ever just like go to your, don't mind this now, do you ever just go to your friends' houses or like meet people that have like really, really great dads or like have a great normal family dynamic? And you're just like, oh, like that exists? That's a real thing? You could have like a real genuine father? Not trying to like trauma dump on here, but like if you know, you know. Like just if you relate, you get it. Like I have so many friends that have amazing fathers that are like so present in their lives that like take care of them, do things with them and for them. And then I'll go to their houses and be like part of their families hanging out with them. And then I'm like, oh, this is what it's like. Like sometimes I just can't believe there's people out there with like real, healthy, genuine father figures in their lives. I have an amazing mom and like that girl is like my twin. But like a father figure? But I have friends that just have the most healthy dynamics with their dads. And I'm just like, obviously I'm so happy for them, but I'm like, it's just like foreign to me. Like, I'm like, wait, like he's like in your life and like cares about you and like wants you to do well in life and like supports you. It's truly a foreign concept to me.
This is absolutely insane. She basically put herself in her children's shoes and thought about what she would want her children to do, and her answer was to destroy her family. She could have tried temporary separation in order to resolve her and her partner's differences, but she chose not to. Unfortunately for her, breaking apart a family can do more harm than good to a child's life.
That's exactly right.
As we heard, children have the same statistical chance to do well in life if they get raised by both parents or a single father. But if they're raised by just a single mother, their chance to do great in life is decreased. She also said girls tend to have lower self-esteem if they're raised in fatherless homes. And I can imagine that's true.
That's correct.
It is said that women look for the equivalent to their father in the men they're dating. If a woman's father treated them well as they grew up, it gives them a better standard as to what kind of man they should be looking for in the future. This is also the reason why women who have daddy issues tend to chase after destructive relationships or go after men who treat them badly. On some deeper level, they don't believe they deserve to be treated well because they were never treated well. As for paying half the bill at dinner, she can pay for herself. These modern 304s don't deserve to be paid for until they earn it. I don't care how good her daddy treated her. She belongs to the streets until proven otherwise. In the meantime, the most she is getting from me is a cup of coffee.
I couldn't even do that.
The only productive thing a woman can do in a situation where she doesn't have a father is to try find a father figure in a close relative who genuinely cares about her, like an uncle or a grandfather. Having a brother could help as well. Either way, it's proven that having a father around to raise children is not only important to their future development, but also important for society as a whole to create better functioning adults. It's about time the world starts to glorify fathers and stops encouraging women to become single mothers. Men never encourage other men to become single fathers. So why do women encourage other women to become single mothers? Children need both parents as they grow up. And if that's not possible, they need their fathers more so than we have imagined.
That's true. That is true.
Being a single mom is so damn hard. You are the provider, the disciplinary, the comforter, the teacher, the best friend. You are literally everything all in one. And some days you just feel like you are completely failing at it, let alone trying to take care of your own self and your own mental health.
The biggest irony in all of this is that single fathers are able to cope with stress better compared to single mothers. Single fathers are able to create a household with more discipline, which helps to establish more productive habits in growing children. Society gives women more rights when it comes to having custody over children, but that doesn't always mean it's the best choice.
They're lost! Real men of genius.